I want to talk to you today about the risk of initiating sex and why your response as the partner of someone who initiates it is so important, because I don't think couples really understand this, and I don't think anybody understands the depth of the hurt of the person who always initiates sex. We've heard a lot about sexual appetite with couples, and it's a problem when one person has a high sexual appetite and the other has none. But this goes a little bit more deep because it is really, really very emotional. And as a sex intimacy therapist, I feel like couples are missing a huge part of why they feel the way they do, why they're angry, why they're resentful. And it's never talked about. And so I'm going to talk about it now with you. When one person is always the initiator, so it's late at night and you're in bed and your partner reaches for you, what do? Do you roll your eyes? Do you shame them and say something like, all you ever want is sex? Or do you get mad at them because you're tired? Or do you just roll over and play dead? The response you do is what makes the total difference to your partner. And the reason is because when you guys first got married, they may have felt really good about themselves. Like your partner felt, like they knew you desired them, they knew you were crazy in love with them. The two of you were happy. So if your partner rejected you, you basically would just say, you'd give them an excuse. You'd say, well, they're tired or they probably had a bad day. Okay, no big. But when you're together for a long time, that changes, especially if you're always the initiator of sex. What ends up happening is you start feeling less about yourself. You start feeling like you're not desired, like your partner doesn't appreciate you, like you don't matter. Like if you've had this pattern for a long time, you may even feel disgusted about yourself when you're rejected. And it goes deep. All of a sudden, you start looking at other people. You may start flirting more. You may even think about having an affair. You may have had an affair. In the future, if this is your scenario and you're the partner lying in bed and your partner reaches for you, instead of going to your old pattern of rolling your eyes or playing dead or getting mad and shaming them about their appetite for sex, I want you to try something a little different. I want you to get up. I want you to turn the light on. I want you to take their face in your hands, and I want you to look at them, and I want you to tell them that you love them, and then tell them why you don't want sex. Maybe it's that you're tired. Maybe it's that you had a bad day at work. If that's the case, then I want you to tell them about it. Maybe it's because you lost your sexual desire and you don't feel an interest at all. Whatever the situation is, I want you to say it out loud to your partner with the light on, to own it. I'm saying this because although it sounds radical, it's so important for the vitality of your marriage that your partner knows it's not them. If you have an issue that you can no longer feel sex or you have a low libido, then it's your responsibility to go to your healthcare provider, an OBGYN doctor or a urologist who specializes in sexual dysfunction, and find out what's going on. They work with sex therapists such as myself, and together that treatment team can take you to a whole new place. If it's something that you're exhausted or you're not doing well with work, you need to talk about it. Once again, you need to take responsibility for it. You cannot let it come into the bedroom. Now, if you're resentful or angry, or you do find your partner disgusting, those are things that the couple need to address in therapy, because choosing to stay married but not working on your problems in a relationship is not being honest. It's not fair to you, And it's not fair to your partner either. When you shame your partner by blaming them for their sex drive, or you roll your eyes, or you turn over in bed, you're slamming the door in their face. You're telling them that they don't matter, that you want no part of them. You're excluding them. Think about that. Is that really what you're trying to say? Sex is not something that's superficial. It is not something where you use someone. It is something where you want someone. It's a gift. It's a gift that your partner gives you because they love you. They want you. It is a connection for them. Please consider that and think about this before you react the same old way to sexualness. Being the initiator of sex and being the only initiator of sex is a very vulnerable, risque concept that your partner puts themselves in for you. Don't reject them. Don't reject them on an emotional level. Make sure you come face to face with them and tell them what's going on. If you reject them on a physical reason, make sure that the physical reason is being dealt with by the couple. That's you and they together, so you can resolve it.